Now, I don't need you to answer. All of you should have picked one of these up. They are sitting over there at the table, over there by Sturgeon and my room. This is what you record your hours that I change the color each 9 weeks. You'll be able to turn this into me. If you have all your hours done by the end of the year, great. I mean, at the end of the 9 weeks, just turn it in at the end of 9 weeks before you leave. If you don't, no problem. You can accumulate hours during the summer, and we allow you guys to run hours in either direction. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. If you fulfill all your fourth 9 weeks hours, then you turn it in. But in the summer, if you do some community service, you'll turn in a summer hour sheet. It's not mandatory, but you turn in a summer hour sheet. If you're missing something first semester of your 8th grade year, I'll just roll those hours over. I'll connect them together so that allows you to either use your summer to fulfill the fourth 9 weeks of your 7th grade year or the first 9 weeks of your 8th grade year. That's the only time you can roll summer is either forward or back. You can't use it to fulfill your second 9 weeks of your 8th grade year. If you are not on our Remind, you are never going to know anything. So you have to be on our Remind.
Mr. McDowell.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. McDowell. If for some reason you do not have, well, no, there's no excuse. You need to be on because you have it on your iPad. I know you're turning your iPads next week. During the summer, you may want to go ahead and have someone in your family who has a cell phone. Make sure they are registered for our Remind because we'll communicate things in the summer also. The biggest summer thing that we'll put out there is on Preview Day. If you remember when you guys came to Preview Day, we had National Junior Honor Society folks doing it. Next year, it will, or really this year, going to your 8th grade year, it'll be you. But we do limit the number of people that are here. We'll have shifts sign up. You'll sign up through Sign Up Genius. But that's probably the biggest summer thing that we'll do. We are going to be planting trees this summer. And I'll put something out for that. I think we're planting 6, 7 trees along the cross-country course. And so I'll put out a call for that this summer. But just stay tuned on your Remind. All right? That's all you have to do is pay attention to this. You have to be careful with your grades. If you get a D or an F, we boot you. Now that doesn't mean on an assignment. I just saw that scared look in some of you. I got a D, on an assignment worth 3 points. I don't care. But if you get a report card D or F, not counting midterm, if it goes on your record, you're done. There's nothing to do about it. Our charter is written that way. Okay? So watch your grades because I guarantee you I am. At the end of each reporting period, I download a dump of every one of your grades. All right? Now, if you start to slip, in order to get into NJHS, you had to have on a 12-point scale a 10-point, which is really an A-. If you begin to slip, to stay you have to have a 9.875. We allow you some slippage. You just can't slip far. If you begin to slip, you need to take it upon yourself to come talk to us, and I'll appoint for you someone to talk to you. It's not very complicated. If you're a hero, you're going to talk to Broviac. If you're a star, you're going to be talking to Stump. And if you're a globetrotter, you're going to talk to Sturgeon, and they're going to go over what you need to do. If you're successful at that, great. If you're not, we'll give you another shot, and then after that, then you'll lose out for grades. I have one person sitting in the room who has received the detention. You have to be really careful because you're going to have to come explain that to me. Okay? Because our bylaws are really clear on that. If the detention slip was turned into the front office and not just held by the teachers, some teachers hold their detentions. But if they turn it into the front office and it's logged, then you have a choice. You can accept your removal, or you can appeal to the Honor Council. And the Honor Council can hear your appeal. The Honor Council is made up of your officers. Right now is still, until Monday, is still Maddie Horn. But after that, it'll be Gracie and her officers and the entire faculty council, where if you wish to appeal, they'll read your appeal and they'll decide whether or not to grant it. We hold that role model part serious. I take a dump off of the Skyward database for anyone who has a discipline referral. Now, last year we had 0. If you're in 7th grade and you've decided to not do what we want you to do, we are not a right. We are a privilege. We'll boot you. So be very careful. You must guard your behavior. All right? Induction doesn't apply to you, except for my officers. So anything you hear announcement-wise, or a surgeon actually sends the wrong remind to you about induction, doesn't apply to you. Don't worry about it. Officers, you worry about it. The rest of you, you don't worry about it. All right? All right. Brogan, anything you want to pass on? Good.
Wednesday, August 3rd is going to be preview day.
Wednesday, August 3rd is preview day, if you want to put that onto your calendars.
No, but well,